Hi everyone, I'm Michael Manrique and I'm one of the Habit Guys. We teach realtors prospecting habits so they finally become top producing agents. And welcome to the Realtor Habits Podcast, where agents don't need more stuff, they need better habits. Before we get into today's episode, I want to ask you a question. Are you ready to conquer your fear of prospecting and unlock your full potential as a real estate agent? If you felt that you're capable of achieving more, but are stuck in a cycle of hesitation, self-doubt, distraction, this is your moment to break free. Picture yourself confidently making daily calls, connecting with potential clients, and consistently closing deals. We're hosting a free masterclass called Overcome the Fear of Prospecting, designed to help you step into action and leave fear behind, whether you're a new agent struggling to get started or an experienced agent looking to break through to the next level. This masterclass is your key to success. Don't let fear hold you back any longer. Sign up now and take the first step toward building the business and life you've always dreamed of. The path to success is closer than you think. And the best part, it's absolutely free. Your breakthrough is waiting. Start your journey with us. All you have to do is visit us at www.habitguys.com/fear. Again, that's habitguys.com/fear. If you know anyone that can gain value from this podcast, please do us a huge favor and share it with them. We're here to help as many realtors as possible, and we appreciate your help to do so. All right, let's get into today's episode. Today's episode's called The Election is Over. Now, what happens to the real estate market? Now, there's a lot of talk and speculation, right? People want to know what's going to happen to interest rates. Is housing going to get more affordable? Are we headed into a boom or bust? But here's the thing. As real estate agents waiting on politicians, policies, or even economic shifts isn't the way to create a lasting, thriving business. Today, we're going to debunk this dependency on markets and policy shifts, and instead, I'm going to share 3 rock-solid areas that every agent should focus on to build a sustainable, growing business, regardless of who's in office. So let's dive in. Every time there's an election, we hear the same questions. Will the new administration be good for housing? How will taxes affect home ownership? And yes, these are valid questions, but focusing on them can be a distraction. Think about it. There will always be factors outside of your control. Interest rates, regulations, even the broader economy. But the most successful agents, they thrive regardless of these shifts because they focus on what they can control. Here's the mindset shift we're making today. Instead of asking what's going to happen to the market, we're going to ask, how can I position myself to thrive in any market? And that brings us to our 3 key areas of focus. Area number 1, building and nurturing your sphere of influence. The first focus area, build and nurture your sphere of influence. This is the foundation of every sustainable real estate business. Your sphere, the people who already know, like, and trust you, is your strongest asset. Here's the bottom line. Elections and market shifts don't impact your relationships. People buy homes from agents they trust. And when you consistently provide value and maintain those connections, you'll be the first person they call when they're ready to buy or sell. Here's a practical tip. Schedule consistent check-ins with your sphere, not just when you need a deal, but with the mindset of serving first. Send helpful resources, answer questions, and be a reliable source of market knowledge, but also what they value. This happens very often. This is the first thing that we focus on in our coaching. It is absolutely fundamental to your business. Fundamentally, statistics show that most of your business is going to come from your sphere, and eventually the business that you gain from people you don't know or referrals should be added to a process just like the way you maintain your sphere. So building and nurturing your sphere of influence is fundamental to having a sustainable business. Area number 2, mastering lead generation habits. Our second focus area is one we're passionate about here in this podcast, Realtor Habits Podcast. Mastering lead generation habits is everything. Now, this doesn't mean chasing every new lead gen strategy or jumping on the latest trend. It's about consistency and focus. No matter what the economy is doing, people still need homes. I understand that, this is last year was probably like the lowest amount of homes sold in the last 25 years, but there were still 4 million homes sold. How many homes do you need to sell to live the lifestyle you want, right? Is it 10? Is it 20? Is it 50? Is it 100? That's not even close to 4 million. What are we talking about, right? So fundamentally, we have to focus on the things that we can control, right? This means establishing daily prospecting habits, reaching out to new leads, following up with past clients, and building relationships with potential referral sources. And here's a pro tip, guys. Set a target for yourself that you should check on weekly. Maybe it's making 10 calls a day or 5 calls a day and sending 5 emails. Whatever it is, track it, make it as non-negotiable as brushing your teeth, because the agents who prospect consistently, they're the ones who create a steady stream of business, no matter what the market looks like. So if you need help beginning to create this habit process, it starts in the morning, guys. So go to HabitGuys.com. We have a workshop there where you will learn we'll walk you step by step, building your morning routine, getting you started on prospecting consistently from waking up to prospecting. So again, go to HabitGuys.com and you'll find the workshop available there. Area number 3, leveraging the power of follow-up and consistency. Our third focus area, backed by science and research, is leveraging the power of follow-up and consistency. Studies show that people are significantly more likely to do business with a company or individual who consistently follows up and stays top of mind. In fact, research from Harvard Business Review reveals that most sales occur after the 5th follow-up, but a majority of salespeople give up after just 1 or 2 attempts. The science behind this is called the merit exposure effect. Psychologists have found that the more people are exposed to someone or something in a positive context, the more likely they are to feel familiar and trust them. For us in real estate, this means following up regularly and following up consistently until clients feel comfortable and confident in choosing you. Consistent follow-up isn't about being pushy, it's about being present. In real estate, where a client's decision cycle can stretch over months or even years, staying connected with leads and clients over time is critical to success. This is one of the things that we focus on, right? You have to learn how to have a follow-up system that is not only easy to execute, right, fundamentally, but it needs to scale with you as your clients, your prospects, your sphere, your follow-up efforts begin to grow. And that's one of the things that we focus on in our coaching and actually mandate to implement in every student's business. Because if you didn't know this already, if not just about every deal, almost every deal statistically is going to require you to follow up with them to get a closed deal. And that's what the data shows. What's important when implementing a follow-up system is, number 1, identifying intent. And what we mean by that is, if it's a cold lead, we are looking for individuals that have intent to buy or sell or even lease, depending if you're interested in working with renters. That's for cold leads. If it's a warm lead, right, meaning your sphere, what we need to identify are those sphere contacts, the people that know, like, and trust us, ideally, will refer us business. So we have to have this filtering process. Otherwise, what's going to happen is you're just going to reach out to everyone. You're not going to feel like you're making progress because people aren't giving you clear actions or clear signs as to what to do next. When do I follow up with them next? And this is all the stuff that we coach and we provide absolute clarity on. So you know when to call someone, you know what to say, you know when to follow up with them. So if you're interested in learning how we coach, how we implement our follow-up system, how we get students to prospect consistently, go to habitguys.com/call and set up a free coaching consultation where we'll review your business and see if coaching makes sense for you. All right, let's recap. Today, we talked about why relying on market and policy shifts isn't a sustainable strategy for real estate agents. Instead, the 3 focus areas that will set you up for long-term success are building and nurturing your sphere of influence, mastering consistent lead generation habits, and leveraging the power of follow-up. By focusing on these, you'll create a business that thrives in any market, regardless of what's happening in Washington or Wall Street. So here's my challenge for you. Pick one of these 3 areas and commit to it this week. If you haven't reached out to your sphere in a while, start today. If lead gen habits need work, make those calls. Remember, elections will come and go, but your business is built on the habits you form and the relationships you build. Hey everyone, before we wrap up today's episode, we're excited to offer just our loyal listeners now. If you've been enjoying the content and finding value in our podcast, we'd love to hear from you. Here's the deal. If you leave us a 5-star review on Apple Podcasts, not only will it help us reach more real estate professionals like yourself, but we'll also send you a special thank you. Simply screenshot your 5-star review and email it to us at info@habitguys.com. As a token of our appreciation, we'll send you a signed copy of our book, The Habit House, absolutely free. This book is packed with all the strategies and insights you need to build powerful habits and take your real estate career to the next level. So head over to Apple Podcasts, leave that review, and claim your free signed copy today. Thanks for your support and for being a part of the Habit Guys community. In closing, here is the missing piece to your business. It's accepting that when you know better, you do not necessarily do better. You do better when you change your habits. Let us help.